Hi everyone and welcome back. This is part 2 of the creation of the song Lilac Orchard. Say song, it's a 16-bit composition for my album to complement all the tracks you've heard on the Mission Across Wales, etc, etc. And I say Lilac Orchard, that's just what I've called it so far. Now, last week I got to this point. Tell a lie, I got to a bit before this point. I've done a bit since then. Let's just re-jog our memory. There's 2 sections of this. I'll start us here. This is what I've got so far. I've got rid of this melody. Better without. Doesn't need that. Okay. Now, this is the moment where you might notice a change. What we had last week was this along with this for this next section. So let's take it back. I know, you're not going to hear anything. This is what we got, isn't it? Okay, so that's 2 parts. It's this. Right? Combined with this. Now the next bit, I wasn't completely happy with it. It was too similar. There wasn't enough change going on. It was just one. It took something away from that first half, that what you've just heard. So I've had a meddle about. Firstly, I've had some percussion, because what my problem was here was I was trying to go, what can I add to these 2 things? What can I add to it? High bits, low bits, percussion. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple. It is hard with this VOPM thing. It's not like you can just add an actual instrument like a flute or a trumpet or a guitar or, you know, okay, they are synths, but it's only synths effectively. So it's hard to fill up that sonic spectrum, or at least it is for me right now. Maybe I'm a bit rusty. But I added this. So with a bit of context, something begins here. Next is, I've changed it up a bit. So far we've got no, I thought I'd made a different sound there. This is what I need to do then. I'm going to use this one. Right, but I want that an octave down. Okay. So it's going to change. This second half, it's going to be a question, then an answer. That is panned to the right at the moment. This one's going to be panned left, just to change it up. Let's see how we can change that. That's what I'm going for there. Now this is the second melody. I've changed it a bit from last time. That's gone. That's on an older version. However, that's That is one half of it. I intend to copy that. Also, is that as good as it could be? Down da da dee do da 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 da. Maybe I can alter the sound of that a bit, but that will come later. I'm going to copy it onto here, and I'm going to go an octave down again. Don't know why I can't hear that. That's because it's muted. Oh, I've gone into a mute rabbit hole. There we go. I'm going to save this because I think I lost some progress from before. Do we want that down another octave? I've forgotten. I don't think so. And this one can be left. Right. Let's see where that leaves us. Right, that one is too loud, clearly. Not too hot on this sound. Maybe we can hook that back. That's better. That's going to muddy it up less. I also want to add something else into that second half of that. Okay, what can we add here? Something simple like that, I'm thinking. I think I'm going to end up changing this sound, but... let's quantize those up. As I say, that sound is a bit airy-fairy. And the reason is all these things are on, and that's how I've selected my sound. The actual sound is this. Let's try that. I'm not totally convinced. Sounded pretty nice then. No, that's not the sound I want. So I'm going to find a new one. Be right back. Okay, how about this? To add something to that second half, to boost it, to bolster it, yeah? Perfect. I'm happy with that. Sounds lovely with these two. These two are working really well together. These two here. They're not getting in each other's way too much. And with the high lead, yeah, it just works great. Now, for the second time round, I'm going to change things up a bit. So, where are we here? So this is our melody, isn't it, that we're going to copy and place here. Apologies that I haven't bothered applying colours to these. It must be an awful bore to look at, but so basically I don't want it to do the same thing twice. I want it to almost be a question and answer within itself. So it's going to be a question and answer within a more vague question and answer, a less specific one. How can I alter this part to make that blend even more, and just to mix it up more, to change it further? Okay, so that ba-da is a bit jarring, so how can we change that? Do, ba. Don't need all of them, of course. You know. How about just that? No, we need that. Ba-da. I think that's a sufficient change. Now I've changed this a bit. Listen to this one. I'm talking about this. Obviously very simple, but the second one may not sound like a big difference, but listen to what that does. Here's the first one. And here's the second. Okay, so let's change this up a bit. No, let's do the melody first. The ba-da-da-be-do. So let me listen to it all the way through for inspiration. Okay, in my head I've got be ba ya da do. Ba 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 ya di ya do. See, we could have a rogue chord change at the end. We could really mix it up. Ba ya di ya do. So be ya di. Got to get these velocities right. Be ya di. Yeah. Da. Don't know what's in the works here, but hear me out. Ba-da-da, ba. No. I've got an idea. It's a big idea. It's an idea that's going to take us on to the next part. Be-a-dee-a-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That chord. Okay. So that's where we're at. It's full of promise. Da da dee da. Da 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 da. And so on. Okay, let me build that up. I think this sequence, this chord sequence, is a bit tired. I think it's been done too many times. I don't want to prolong it. I don't want to draw it out. So I'm going to round it up. I'm going to bring it home in an unexpected way. Do da da, do da da, and then back, but not like that because that's too obvious. Ba-da-da. I'm going to throw in a really spicy chord into there, basically. So I'm going to do it on this one first. Yabba-da. I still don't know what the chord's going to be, therefore I still don't know exactly whether this will work. Ba-ba-bap. It kinda might. That kinda might work. Ba 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 da. Yeah, it's. I kind of like it. Kind of like it. Let's change some other stuff around. This, if it's an awful idea, it's an awful idea. But oh, that's filth. It's a bit cheesy in a way. Obviously, all great chord, all a good chunk of mad / great chords that kind of make you go, what? Have become cheesy because they've been overdone. But oh shit, I don't know about this. Don't like the melody now. This bambado, it's too cheesy. I want to change it. But can we? Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba. Maybe that first chord change is too cheesy. Leave this with me. I'm going to come up with a solution. Okay, how about if we go... So that will presumably change to that. Yeah, this will move over here. Earlier on. Get it in earlier on. It's cheesy, but that's what I love about this genre. If you like, if you can call it a genre. That's what I love about making music in a game theme style, because anything goes. You're making songs for kids, for crying out loud. So you can do these outrageous chords that have become cheesy over time through constant use in certain genres like love songs and smooth FM kind of oldies, which would have sounded great at the time, but now has been done to death. And you can use them in this because it's tongue-in-cheek. That's the key. So what's going to happen with this melody? I think with this chord there's great potential to make this melody flow into this in a stunning way. So let's have a go. Ba-da-ba-ba. That would be the obvious thing to do. You know, that would be the obvious thing to do, and maybe that is what we should do. Ba-da-ba. Because it's pretty crazy anyway. So it's not like we need an even crazier melody. Ya da da ba da. The only other thing I can think of right now is ya da da beta beta ba 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 da da ba da. That might work actually, because instead of it just ending, you know, we can. So it doesn't have to end there, see? It can overlap into the next group of chords. I'll show you what I mean. It's just an idea, it might not work. So the idea is, it's annoying we have to do this on everyone. We don't, that's why it's annoying. This is going to be extremely Sega-y and Sonic-y, but in a cheesy way. Okay, I've realised just now, listening back to it all, that it can't end on this silly note. Not the chord, the mad chord is great, but it can't just end dum bum bum and then go back into another, whatchamacallit. The whole thing is got to be repeated. This whole section, there's more life in the old dog yet. Copy it all, I think, although I think one of the things that might need to change in the second half of this is the rhythm. There you go, look at that. Good stuff. So that obviously can't end like that. Was it that note? Oh. Ba 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 bow. You know, as I said earlier, it's not the most mad or interesting thing, but the only thing is it kind of don't go back into it very well. Things have got to change here. Da da da. Now, obviously, other big things are going to change here. So, I think the original sweeps could come in. Bass swells. I mean, could it be? Could it be? Could it be, my lord? Bass swells. Some of those were well loud, weren't they? I'm going to actually bring some of these bad boys down. I don't know if they belong in this section. Kind of sounds good. It kind of don't sound that bad. I don't think I'm far off something here. This seems like it's working, but there's an extra sound in there. Now, something drastic needs to happen with the rhythm section here. Also, does this dreadful thing need to come back in? I think it could, but maybe not as loud, basically. One thing's for sure, that don't want to be quite as extreme, I don't think. Okay, let's add in some percussion then. Let's see what I can do. The most rhythmic thing would to be to add a snare and a hi-hat. I don't know if it'll be overkill. Let's give it a go. Okay, I've got an idea of what I want to do here. Let's lay it down. That wasn't it. Let's get our fingers in the right order. Okay, it would help if I had a metronome there, although it is very loud. Ah! Why did I do that at the end? Such an idiot. Okay. Lovely. Get that absolute siren off. Okay, we need to add another one of them in there. I think we need another drum kick in there. Boom, boom. Yeah? Come here, line. Where are you? Yeah, bugger. There we go. And I think that completes the beat. I wonder what happens if we turn that up. This one. It's sounding good. It's sounding nice. There are definitely tweaks we can make to the instrumentation and to the EQing and all the rest of it. But it's moving in the right direction. I think this format, this structure will stand. Let's paste that in. Ah, very good. That sounds good, even though there's got to be a wrong chord in there somewhere. So now I'm thinking ba ba da be da da yo da dee da. No. I'm just going to copy and paste a load of things in, man, like I did before. And, you know, we can always take them away, but this is just experimenting, really. So it's... Now, where are they going to go? From this one. Boom. We're going to have to get these drums in, of course. I think. I presume. Check this out. I'm going to bring this bad boy in on the fade when you're least expecting it. And I'm just going to continue this. I'm going to continue this for a little while. I'm going to gather all of this up. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it. Just there. And this drum beat is going to need to keep going as well, of course. I'm very pleased to have such a copy and paste affair. It's very easy work. So at this point, F3 for the mixer. Oh yes. So imagine this. You know, something like that. Hello again, everyone. Yeah, the beard has grown a bit, as you can see. And that's because, I don't know, I left this one on the shelf for a little bit and worked on other tracks, which is sometimes what you need to do. And I've come back to it and I've made a few amendments. Nothing major, just structural changes. I've made the whole thing, I've mixed it to a degree. It needs mixing again, but I've mixed it to a point. I've made it all louder, and because I realised it was too quiet before. And yeah, let me show you what I've done, what ideas I've changed, and what I've kept. So the start is largely the same. Let's play it. Okay, so that idea remains. With that tremolo. Not tremolo, vibrato. Creepy bit. The bass swells. Changed that sound, improved it. Now here we go. Bit of vibrato on that. That wasn't meant to be muted, that bit. Now, as you can see, it's going to build up. A bit loud, possibly. So everything's come back in. And then I want it to fade out here. And so on. And so on. Okay, so you get the idea. It's, you know, it's a more of an ambient track, really. It's not one of the stronger tracks on the album, but you never know when you start out to make one of these tracks. You never know what it's gonna turn out to be. It turns out to be what it turns out to be. So there you go. A few changes do need to be made, but that is the crux of the song. That is the structure, and that's basically that rounds this off. That concludes this kind of video in which I've shown you my creative process, the trials and errors, the ups and downs, the yeses and nos, the deleting, the redoing, so that I come up with something happy in the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, you can listen out for this on the album. Can't wait to release it for you. See you soon.